Hello, hello, everyone, and welcome to Faith, Love, and Coffee. I am Trish.
Hey y'all, it's Jamie. I just realized I took off all my jewelry except my watch.
Random. Okay. And we normally are joined by our cousin Jeanette, but she is traveling right now. So if she's listening, then just be careful out there.
Yes.
So if you're not already home. So but we wanted to go ahead and continue with our fall series. And it's our fall reset series. And today is this is episode 23, but part 3, Reclaiming Joy, Small Sparks that Rekindle the Heart. So I like talking about things that make us feel good. So,
we need some of that in this life.
yeah. But whenever you think about joy or happiness, it's almost like we look at the end picture, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like what that should look like, and it's supposed to be this big miraculous thing. And what we're trying to impart today is actually it doesn't have to be. It's just small little sparks that you know give you that fuzzy feeling and make you think about things that make you happy and spark that little light inside that kind of grows, almost like the Grinch, when his heart is so small and then it keeps on growing and growing and growing and growing. I know we're not in that season yet, but it was just something that just came to my head. Huh?
I said that just popped in your head, like
it really did. It just popped in my head. But happy October, you guys. Today is the 1st of October. It's the beginning of spooky season. Woo!
spooky season.
I love it. I love it. I love it. This is my month. This is my husband's and my month because we got married on Halloween. And this year is 25 years, y'all. So I actually put up a famous spooky couple or maybe a spooky bride for my profile picture on my personal Facebook account. And this year I chose Morticia and Gomez. So, and why not? I mean,
exactly.
that movie's been around for a minute. I know it has been out before 1991 or 93 when the Addams Family came out, but I really love the Addams Family movies that have Angelica Houston and I think it's Raul Julia. Yes, so that has been my favorite for a while. So yeah, I mean I know they have Wednesday and then you have the Addams Family there, but they just seemed a little So anyway, I just love the way that Raul Julia really portrayed Gomez and how in love he was with Morticia, and that it was just always kissing her or saying good things to her, and just the feel good stuff, So I'm like, heck yeah. So
like if that's your thing, no, just kidding.
Yeah, but it's always been that way. And then of course, the background, the wallpaper is also something. It's like a spooky house kind of scene. But I always do something really up for Halloween for the whole month of October. And like my house is not even decorated yet, but it will be by this weekend, I promise you. So
one of my Facebook memories today is when I did the the Halloween tree.
Yes.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, yeah. I mean, I have my tree. It's not up. But I did go get it out of storage. So, like, I have it.
Okay.
I've considered. Yeah. I've considered putting it up.
So, talking about sparks of joy, this actually brings me joy. This whole month brings me joy.
Yeah.
I mean, these little things, like, even if I had it out here, but I guess I don't. I have this cute little gnome that's a vampire, and it sits on my desk. And every time I look at it, it just gives me a giggle or a smile because it's so cute. It's,
Yeah.
Halloween, and it just brings me just that little spark of joy,
Love gnomes.
little gnomes. Who knew that I would ever be into gnomes?
Right. Same. Same. I thought the same thing, but I'm like, you know what? I love them. So cute.
Yep. Yep. So this is a good question. Is there a difference between joy and happiness?
Joy and happiness. Is there a difference? Yeesh.
That's a good question. So, because I think of joy as part of happiness, or
Right.
like it's supposed to be like a synonym, for
I
it,
think so. Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, um, but apparently there's a contrast. So
Oh,
I'm like, okay.
enlighten us. Yeah. I'm like, enlighten us.
It says like a contrast in that. I guess joy are those little things that spark that little energy that creates happiness, because
Okay.
happiness is not something that we experience all day every day. you
True.
know Maybe by the end of the day you can be content and be like, okay, I'm happy, that kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
But it's not every day all day. And I think that whenever I let me just say that because I'm so used to saying you, whenever I like sit down and I have a cup of coffee, or like a chai latte, like a chai tea latte,
Mm-hmm.
that just the sip of it just brings me joy. I mean, it
Okay.
just, gives me that warm, fuzzy feeling. Like, and especially now, because even tonight, I'm in North Georgia, and tonight we're getting down in the mid 50s. So it
Oh,
is like we were out. My daughter was practicing outside earlier this evening, and it had a chill. There was a nip in the air.
mm, I
And I'm
love
like,
that.
this is perfect,
Yeah.
perfect for sitting with some coffee and just like enjoying that time, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, but I did not think there was a difference, but I guess it is. So,
Okay. Did not know that. But I feel like they
yeah.
go hand in hand. I mean,
Well, yeah, I feel like you
like
can't have
like one.
happiness without joy,
Yeah. It's like
right?
one.
Or
You can't have
happy,
one
or you
without the
can't
other.
have joy without, no, 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 no. I think you can have happiness. Wait a minute. What did I just say? Y'all, really? So I said you could have happiness
Happiness.
through joy,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like, can you have joy without happiness? Hmm,
Ah,
that's a good question.
yeah.
That's a very good question. I need to contemplate on that just a minute, because I'm like,
Right.
but can you have joy without happiness? I mean, because actually, when you think of joy as a spark, it can be fleeting,
Mm-hmm.
that just that one little memory, but then you can push it away.
Yeah.
And then, you know, what y'all think?
Right. I'm like, I wonder how many people would be
Oh,
like,
I
yeah,
know.
I get
So
that's
I mean,
a very good question.
that's just really something when I start looking into stuff like this, I'm surprised at some of the things that I read that are contradicting to what we always grew up with. It's almost like how do they say it? I was this old, or this
Oh, I was
years
two
old when
years.
I found out, or
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, can that is a very good question. I don't think you can have happiness without joy, but I think you can have joy, even a fleeting moment of it, without
Mm,
happiness.
yeah.
Interesting. Very interesting. So let's talk about some of those sparks of joy. Oh no, wait. Wait. So
I was like getting ready.
I know, but what does it mean to reclaim it? Like, what does it mean to reclaim joy? Especially, like, say, a woman who is in transition of a new chapter in her life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, have y'all ever experienced that? Y'all need to stop dropping us notes and stuff like that, and like
Well,
commenting.
yeah, sometimes I think like just peace can bring that like happiness. You know what I mean? Like for someone going through another phase. It's funny. I'm in this Facebook group. Not it's not a club, but it's called I Do Not Care, IDNC.
I heard of that.
And yeah, and so for women supposedly only, which there's some men who've like popped in by accident and removed themselves because they're like, oh, y'all are too much for me. But there are women in that group who have shared things like, I do not care that I was married for 30 years and now we're getting divorced. And I was, and like, so they're moving on to a for real new chapter. Like, because 30 years is quite
a long time.
And I've been seeing numbers like that, like the 30s and the 19s and the right. So I was like, wow. And that's 19 came up because of Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban recently. They're going through a divorce after 19 years.
Okay, yeah, I don't keep up with a lot of stuff, so
yeah. So like, I mean, when you think about it, you're like, wow. I mean, and most people would be like, oh, it's Hollywood. They blah, blah, blah. And whatever. But for Hollywood,
there's couples who really have stayed together in Hollywood.
That's quite impressive that they made it to 19 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
So but I feel like even in my own process here, just sometimes the fact that I can say, I'm at peace quite a lot. And so that kind of brings me a happiness I don't think people understand, right? And people who just met me might, and I say this because there's like some teachers I work with that might not understand how, like, why is she walking in with a smile? Why is she, right? But they don't know the other part, the outside part that I just, I haven't shared with just everybody, but I think that just that peace, sometimes you sit and you're like, wow, I'm at peace and I'm pretty happy with that.
That's good.
I don't know.
I think that's good. I mean, I think when you can come to peace with what you have set out to do or the way that everything has turned out, then I think you're ahead of the game.
Yeah.
Some people would take that and absolutely fall apart.
Yeah.
So, and maybe at the beginning, we do that, something like that has happened in our lives.
Yeah.
But then when day by day, it gets better.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, but at this time we would have been arguing about this and that and blah, 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 and blah, 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 blah. And the list goes on and on and on and on.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then finding joy in that solitude or in that silence or in that just quiet. Is really peaceful. At times. It really is.
So real quick, I was thinking out loud today.
Sure.
Again, talking to the dog. I have found myself recently, what has brought me a little bit of joy, and this is going to sound crazy to those pumpkin spice lovers out there. I'm now an official pumpkin spice lover.
Okay.
Woo! Yeah, and it has brought me great joy to drink that in my coffee every morning. But what has not brought me great joy is the fact that it's hard to find the creamer around here nowadays because I must live around a bunch of pumpkin spice lovers. But the fact that I found that, and it's like crazy to say, but I have really found that I enjoy my morning coffee so
Girl,
much
I'd
more.
be hitting up like the Target superstores and the Walmart superstores and, all that to try to get my creamer
Yes,
or whatever.
yes.
But
Now I found one the last time I went, but now it's coming to, I need to get another. And so if I do not find it at my local store, I'm going to have to kind of hop around till I find it, because that's become my
it is
new
a
joy.
joy.
Yeah.
And it really is, y'all. I have so I don't have like a creamer that's like that. I
Okay.
have the actual syrups that are that.
Okay. That's, yes, I
Now,
remember you.
these are the syrups that I use are sugar free. So, but they are delicious and they're so good. I have a mocha, a pumpkin spice, and a caramel pecan, which
Oh,
when you put in your coffee with froth milk, it is just amazing.
delish. Okay. Yeah.
It is so good. And yes, as she is speaking of pumpkin spice, that brings me joy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That brings
Yeah.
me joy. I mean, just anything coffee, honestly. I
Yeah.
mean, seriously, anything coffee just
Yeah.
brings me joy.
Well, there's been a debate, people, especially around this season when it's out and about, pumpkin spice. You have people like, oh, like pumpkin spice, I'd rather have like whatever. And so I get it, but
Yeah.
yeah, the fact that I've come into that flavor now is game
But
changer.
if you like just do regular half and half and just like, cup of coffee and then get some of the syrups. Now y'all listen, where I found my syrup, I think it's called Jordan's or something like that. But it is for like Bell's carries it. But then if
Mm,
you go to Marshall's and TJ Maxx and Ross and all those, they will have them too in their home section. So
okay.
y'all go look at those. Now, some of the most of the ones that they carry are full sugared. They do have some that are sugar free.
Okay.
I prefer the sugar free. So
Okay.
that's just me.
Yeah.
So, but that's just a little tidbit.
I know. I know I kind of got off, but I mean, like it does. That's what's
Oh,
been bringing me some very lovely joy. And I'm sure to other people in my life that I come in contact with every day.
well, one of the things that absolutely brought me joy when we drove by Starbucks. Now I know some of y'all may have controversy, and I did too, but I made up, and I'm okay with it now. But their pumpkin spice latte and their pumpkin cream cheese muffin is
Wow.
together is
Okay. Okay.
yeah. So maybe we'll go there like once a week and go run by and do that kind of thing. So it
Okay.
is really good. All right. Well, that's good. Well, at least we know that coffee actually is one of our joys, and pumpkin spice is one of those too. And it, absolutely for this fall season, it is a must.
Mm.
Let's talk about other little sparks of joy. So, okay, coffee was one of those.
Yeah.
So there's a few examples here, like the smell of a new candle. You
Okay.
guys, if y'all haven't been to Bath and Body Works and got out on any of those like specials that they had on or coupons or whatever, oh y'all
Yeah.
listen. Now some of those candles are wonderful. I got one for $10, and I think it was one of the three. And that one is I think it's the mahogany leather or something like that, but it smells so good.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And just sparking that baby up,
Yeah.
it's almost like when you sit there with your coffee and you're like, and you smell it right before you sip it, and you just, as soon as you turn on the candles, you're just like, oh my God, that just smells so good.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I feel like when everybody gets excited for the like burr months, right? People are like, the burr months are coming. I kind of, being in Texas, September,
Yeah,
I
no.
can't, nah.
Mm-mm.
It's not, I think they include it, but it's really like the big three. right? So for me, even the fact that it's October 1st, yes, joy happened today, even though I had to pay some rent. Joy still came because it's October. This
Yes,
is like so, and it's great that little things bring us joy like that because
I
it
agree.
really is. I mean, such a small little thing.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I agree. Okay, so even okay, like maybe a post-it note that has something cute on it from a friend or your kid,
Yeah.
saying I love you or have a great day.
Mm-hmm.
Those are cute things that bring me joy.
Yep. For me, it was that student who drew me, and I had like my
I
hair.
thought that was so cute. Oh my
I
gosh,
still,
y'all.
I have some of those that my middle schoolers drew. I've kept everything in this like little box, right? That I've had from cards and all that. So like, yeah, because the backstory is she's not one of my like students. She
Mhm.
literally comes off the bus every morning and I give them like high fives and good morning, happy Wednesday or whatever. And she just randomly gets off the bus and she was like, I have something for you. And I was like, okay. She pulls out this paper and I was like, and she said, it's you. And I was like, it's me, like the bun and
With the
everything.
signature bun, y'all.
Yeah, yeah. So that's how I knew it was me. It wasn't some random drawing, right? That's me.
No.
Um, and then all this stuff she had like drawn around it, and she said, "You know everything." And I told her, "Do know everything? Thank you." And she went on. I swear she's probably like in first grade. Little cute girl.
Aw,
And so
that
those,
is
yeah,
so
those things
sweet.
I have it at my like desk and have, I taped it to this thing. So those are, yeah, little
I think
things.
that is so cool. Like that probably would have made my whole year.
It really, yeah, it was so cute. So cute.
Well, let's see what else. Like maybe a clip from a song, you know. So one of the things that actually has brought me joy this week, and I'm going to share with y'all because when you have teenagers, they just sometimes don't want to have anything to do with you, right?
Yeah, they suck.
So my daughter says to us that this week that she wants us to get closer and wants to spend time with us and wants to read a few Bible verses in the morning. That actually made my heart sing. But then like last night, y'all, we all gathered around the TV for some YouTube and we sang karaoke
So much fun.
as a family. It was crazy.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
It
Oh,
was. It was fun, but I don't know how many of us were off key, but it was fun. So,
speaking of music, right? You
yeah.
mentioned little like part of a song you might hear or whatever. Friday, Taylor Swift,
Oh, God.
Life of a Showgirl comes out.
Really?
Yes, everybody's waiting. Everybody's
As in
making
the
sure.
concert or movie?
Okay, so there's the album comes out Friday.
Oh,
Also in theaters, I think Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is a movie ish about the album and things, right? Yeah, it's a huge thing,
okay.
huge thing. So
Okay.
that's bringing lots of people joy right now. Might I say? Might I
Yes.
say? I also plan to have a little something on Friday and like commemorating the
Okay.
Swifty the Swifty era. So yep, that's another
Aw.
bringing
I
some
was
people
just,
joy.
see, these are just small little things, guys. And it's not really big. I mean, things don't have to be like, oh, I have to. Yeah, here's the thing. Again, teenage girl. I am so blessed that I have a child who doesn't really ask for big things. It's like when she turned, I think the last time we actually had an actual birthday party for her was when she was 7 because her birth date is so close to the beginning of school. It's very hard to plan anything.
Yeah.
But our thing has been, okay, this is your day. So you get to pick breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And
Yeah.
you get to pick what stores we go to, and you can pick whatever you want. And by the end of the day, y'all, it's not much. I mean, the small things make her happy. It's not like, oh, I need this designer
Yeah.
this or this designer that, or oh, well, so and so is wearing this at school, so I really need that. You know, it's not any of that yet. But knock on wood, I'm knocking on wood right now. I have a full wood desk.
Yeah.
Knock
Yeah.
on wood that it'll remain that way. But she really has been, as far as shopping and all that, she's really been low maintenance. So, you
Yeah.
know, but I think that's just the small things bring her joy. You know,
Mhm.
like, oh, I really love this. And, you know, it doesn't have to be a big item. And
Mm.
so, like, if you're thinking that, oh, my kid really needs me to, is that something you're doing because you think they want, or have you sat down with them and talked to them about it? You know, or you have to be running all over the place because you think that that's going to make them happy. You know, just sit down and talk to them about it. It just doesn't, you know, like I volunteered at the concession stand last Friday, you know, and then I got her before I went to the stands. I got her a little drink and I got her a piece of candy, and she was happy with that. You know, it
Mhm.
was like, hey, how come you didn't bring me a hot dog or a cheeseburger? You know, I mean,
Yeah.
she just doesn't. Yeah. So what you may think they want, it may not be. So just have those conversations because
Mhm.
sometimes a little goes a long way.
Yeah. I remember Devin was the same.
Oh,
Very low
yeah.
maintenance. Yeah. Very
Yeah.
low maintenance. Yep. So relieved.
All right. So, what small practices can bring you joy daily?
What small practices?
Hmm. This is kind of cool. I like it. So, like
Small
the
practices.
morning sun, quiet time with God, wearing your favorite sweater,
Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
buying flowers for yourself. You know, like I'm in need of a new purse. That brings me joy. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I, yeah, I would agree. The first Wednesday of every month, we wear like our college whatever.
Oh, every
Um,
Wednesday,
every first Wednesday of the month.
every
But you
first
can
Wednesday,
wear it whenever, right? But they
right?
encourage the kids and everybody. And so, yeah, you're right. It brought me great joy to wear my
Mm-hmm. Texas
Aggie
A&M,
mom, yeah,
baby.
my Aggie mom shirt. You're right. It didn't even occur to me
Yep, yep.
till you said that.
So, like, the things you could do. I don't know. Seeing kids play actually bring you joy.
Mm,
Just the little ones, and you're remembering. Oh, I remember that age, and it's just like you can still like see your kid reaching up, for you to pick them up, and it's just like one of those things. I remember when um, my daughter was so little, and she would just do this for me to pick her up, and
mm,
I would just be like, okay, and then she would just hang on and
yeah.
hang on, and it was just like. And also, a thing that brings me joy are these kittens. Oh my God.
Oh, they're so cute.
When they swirl around my legs and then I pick them up and they let me kiss them and let me
Yeah.
like pet them. And I mean, it's fun to have them around. They go from each one of us. They picked it up very quickly. And so
Yeah.
now, which was a crazy thing, Jamie, is that last night before I went to bed, I saw my dog laying on the floor and the two kittens laying around her.
Aw,
It was so
you
cute. I
got
didn't
a
even have my
picture.
camera with me. And I was
Okay.
just like, what a picture. What that would have been a great
So
moment.
cute. Yeah. Aw.
They were all laying down on the floor together. I mean, not like they were close to her. They're still kind of like
Yeah.
trying to get used to
But
her.
still,
But
yeah.
like she doesn't even bother them, but like they like whiz by her, boom, and then
Yeah.
she's just
Yeah.
like, okay.
So cute.
It was so cute. So yeah. All right. So what else? What else can we talk about before I get to the to the end. It's only been like 30 minutes, which is fine, which is great. Sometimes we keep these short, you
Yeah,
guys, so that way, it's already like 9:33 here.
it is.
But um
And I need to get my dog out too one
yeah,
last time.
I
So yeah,
know.
if we don't make
Gratitude.
it an
Gratitude.
hour,
Yeah.
yeah.
How gratitude can shift your mindset and make space for joy. Now, when you were journaling for gratitude, did you find that as well?
I actually thought about that today. I was like, why did I stop? I've just stopped. Like, you know?
Yeah.
But the thing is, like this morning I woke up at 5. My alarm goes off at 5:15 anyway. And it's immediately like, get the dog out, come back in, feed him, get ready. I have to be at work at 7. Be there at 7, not rolling in the parking lot. So it makes time like it's super fast, right? And then I try to let the dog have his time in the morning because I know I'm gone all day. You know, I do come home for lunch though and let him out. I still do that. I've done that every day. But for me, when I was journaling, and when I look back at some of those things, I'm like, man, I was really thinking some stuff, right? You know, like grateful for this. And I always started with like, grateful for waking up today. That was like first and foremost, right? But yeah, it brought on a whole different like vibe in me. And I thought about it today. I thought, gosh, you need to just get that journal back out. It's really a 5-minute journal. Seriously. It's not like,
Except
scientific.
that's all you have time for, then that's all you have time for.
Yeah. Yeah. I need to get it out.
What about this kind of exercise? So think about a joy jar. So you want to jot down moments of joy on a slip of paper, okay? Or like say, for instance, you came across something and you're like, oh, I got to write that down on a piece of paper. Yes. And you put that memory or whatever that brought you joy, you write it down and you put those slips of paper into a jar. So that maybe one day, like when you're feeling really down or something like that, and you're like, gosh, I just need a lift. I need something. Yeah. You can get your jar and you can sit there and read, and then you can reminisce of how you felt.
Yes.
When you experienced that. I thought that was a great little, like a great little exercise to do. You know?
Yeah, that sounds like a cute activity.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So, and speaking of journaling, we've given a journaling prompt every single time. So this journaling prompt is, what are 5 small things that bring you joy, and how can you make space for at least one of them each day this week? So, what are 5 small things that bring you joy, and how can you make space for at least one of them each day this week? So, I said, yeah. That's all of our episode today. So, please join us for the last part of our fall series. And that is Rooted and Renewed, What Keeps Us Grounded. So that is what we're going to talk about next week. And if y'all have any comments or anything, or if you think anybody would love to listen to this, please by all means, send it to them. If you would like to come on with us, and then we still have people we need to bring on, that's going to probably happen after the series. So, and then we'll start thinking about that. If y'all have any suggestions or anything, please drop them in, drop them in the comment section. And let's see. So we're on Facebook and we're on YouTube right now. I'm thinking about TikTok, not quite sure yet. So I do have an account on TikTok, but I haven't really been like, hey y'all, I could, but I haven't quite gotten there yet. Yeah. But anyway, you guys, all right. Well, this is going to be it. I will close this out. Remember to keep faith, spread love, and savor every sip of life. Until the next time, take care and keep rooting positivity. I'll see y'all later. Bye now.
Bye.